welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're peeling back the layers on something you probably have in your kitchen right now, garlic.
Absolutely. And it's not just for flavor. We're talking about a history stretching back thousands of years as, well, a kind of medicine.
Right. Hippocrates, the famous Greek physician, he apparently prescribed it for all sorts of things, respiratory issues, healing wounds.
And what's really fascinating is that modern science is actually confirming a lot of that ancient wisdom. It's not just folklore anymore.
So in this deep dive, our mission is really to get straight to the point. Focus on the solid science behind garlic's benefits.
And give you practical ways to, well, make the most of it. It mostly comes down to specific compounds, sulfur compounds mainly.
Okay, let's get into that chemistry then. So inside a whole clove of garlic, there's something called alignin.
That's right, an amino acid derivative. But nothing much happens while the clove is whole. The magic starts when you damage it.
You mean chopping, crushing, chewing?
Exactly. That damage breaks down cell walls and releases an enzyme. It's called alliinase.
And alliinase does what?
It very quickly converts that allin into the compound we're really interested in, allicin. That's the superstar.
Allicin, got it. But you mentioned it's unstable.
Highly unstable, yeah. It forms fast, but it also breaks down fast. It's only really there in that fresh, just crushed state for a short time.
Okay, so if it's that fleeting, how do we actually capture its benefits before it disappears or we, say, cook it?
That's the practical bit. This is where research gives us a neat little trick, sometimes called the 10-minute rule.
The 10-minute rule, tell me more.
Well, the research suggests that after you chop or crush your garlic, you should let it sit, exposed to the air, for about 10 minutes.
Before eating it or cooking it?
Yes, precisely. That pause gives the alliinase enzyme enough time to produce a good amount of that beneficial allicin before heat, for example, might deactivate the enzyme.
Interesting. So a little patience pays off. And why go to that trouble? What's the big payoff in terms of health?
Well, one of the most researched areas is definitely cardiovascular health. According to research reviews, garlic supplements have shown real promise in reducing blood pressure.
In people who already have hypertension?
Yes, in those individuals. And sometimes the effect was comparable to standard medications, which is quite something, often with fewer side effects too.
How does it work? What's the mechanism there?
It seems linked to allicin, possibly limiting the body's production of something called angiotensin II. That's a substance that normally constricts blood vessels.
So garlic helps them relax instead?
That appears to be the effect, yeah. Helping blood flow more easily.
And it's not just blood pressure, right? What about cholesterol?
Correct. Studies suggest taking garlic supplements, usually for a couple of months or more, can lower total cholesterol and LDL, that's the bad kind, by maybe up to 10%.
Okay, up to 10% reduction in LDL for those with slightly high levels. Does it affect the good cholesterol, HDL?
Interestingly, no. Research indicates it doesn't significantly change HDL or another type of blood fat called triglycerides. It seems quite targeted at LDL.
So lower blood pressure, lower bad cholesterol, if you put those together.
The bigger picture, exactly. Because it positively impacts these major risk factors, some research suggests that regular garlic consumption might actually correlate with a longer lifespan.
Wow, okay. That's a powerful claim. We've talked heart health, but garlic's also famous for, fighting off germs, isn't it?
Definitely. It has well-documented antiviral, antibacterial, and even antifungal properties. You could call it a natural antibiotic in a broad sense.
So helpful for colds and flu season.
It seems so. Aged garlic extract, or AGE, is a specific preparation that's been studied. Research shows it can boost immune cell activity.
Meaning fewer sick days.
Potentially, yes. People taking it in studies reported less severe symptoms and missed fewer days of work or school during cold and flu season.
Okay, impressive. Any other surprising benefits popping up in the research?
Yeah, a couple more worth mentioning briefly. One is antioxidant effects. Garlic contains antioxidants that protect our cells against oxidative damage.
Which is linked to aging and diseases like Alzheimer's.
Exactly. It might help protect the brain against that kind of age-related decline. And the other surprising one is detoxification.
Detox. How does that work?
The sulfur compounds again. At high doses, they've shown a protective effect against heavy metal toxicity.
Is there evidence for that?
There was a notable study, yeah. It involved workers at a car battery plant who had high exposure to lead.
All right.
Taking garlic actually reduced their blood lead levels by about 19%. That's quite significant. And they reported fewer symptoms like headaches, too.
19% is substantial. But that kind of power also makes me think, are there any risks? or things people need to be aware of?
Absolutely crucial point. Garlic acts as a natural blood thinner because of these compounds.
Okay, so if someone is already taking blood-thinning medication, like warfarin,
Or even high doses of vitamin E, which also thins the blood. Or if they have surgery scheduled, they must talk to their doctor before significantly increasing garlic intake, especially raw garlic or supplements. It's really important.
that's a critical health advisory. Good to know. What about the more common downsides, the social ones?
Ah, yes. The breath, obviously. And some people might experience gas or maybe a bit of heartburn or nausea, especially on an empty stomach.
So maybe have it with food if it causes irritation.
That usually helps, yes. After a meal is often better if you're sensitive.
So bringing it all together then, for maximum benefit, the advice is crush or chop it, wait 10 minutes.
And ideally, consume raw if you can tolerate it. Think salad dressings, maybe mixed into some oil, or even a garlic-infused vinegar. Cooking can reduce the potency.
Right. And beyond the allicin, it's still nutritious stuff, isn't it? Vitamins, minerals.
Oh yeah, it's packed with good things. Manganese, vitamin C, vitamin B6, very nutrient dense for its size, and easy to add to so many dishes.
Okay, so lots of potential benefits, easy to use, but with that one important caveat about blood thinners.
That's the summary, a powerful little bulb.
So here's a final thought for everyone listening. Considering these protective properties we've discussed, based on the research, what's one small change you could make this week? Maybe trying that raw garlic in a dressing, or perhaps a garlic and honey infusion. Just a little daily step for potentially big, long-term health gains. Something to think about from today's deep dive.